GameStop messed up again. And we got some other cool pickups. It's time for the Bargain Game Hunter. So I wanted to apologize for the delay in the last couple episodes. I meant to release the episode that I just released like a couple weeks ago. Ran into some issues that caused delays. So I ended up having to like reconfigure it, but we got it out. And this episode was meant to come out directly after. It probably won't because it might be a bit before the last few things in the episode come in, and I'm not going to release an episode if I don't have enough stuff to cover, because there's no point in releasing a whole episode for like 3 games. So sorry if you have to wait a little bit longer for this episode. But this episode is focused on a couple things. First of all, for GameStop's Memorial Day sale. That also tells you how long it's been since I've been waiting for this order. They were doing a buy 2 get 1 deal on Xbox One and Series X games, as well as some decent discounts on other stuff. So I actually got a whole order that included 3 Series X games, an original Xbox game, and a PS5 game. I got one of those games in, and it's pretty obvious which one it is because we've been playing it on the channel for a little bit. And that one is WWE 2K24 on the Series X. Corey and I have started a My GM mode series on this game. It's been really fun. I've really enjoyed playing it. I've fairly recently kind of gotten into wrestling, so I've really enjoyed playing the GM mode on this. It's a really good time, and if you haven't checked out Corey and I's series, you should. It's really good. It comes out weekly on the channel, so if you want regular content, this is a regular series that's happening. So check that out. But yeah, this game is really fun. I've been playing it for a little bit now. It's good stuff. That's the first game. The other games have not shown up. So what happened was it said it was presented to the carrier, which was FedEx, on the 31st of May. Just checking. Today is June 10th. Nothing has happened since then. It still says that it's been presented to FedEx. Hasn't been updated. There's been no delivery date. There's been no updates. So I had to call GameStop earlier today, and they filed an investigation and have told me that once the investigation is done, which can take 7 to 10 business days, then they will send out a replacement. So it might be a few weeks before I get those games, which is unfortunate because I had some really good games in that list. But we'll go over the ones we've gotten since. And this one also had a funny story. So these games were supposed to be delivered on Saturday. And when I checked by Amazon, and when I checked the Amazon delivery picture, because they always leave a picture of where they delivered the item, I noticed it was to the wrong address. So Corey went out and looked for the package because I was at work and I didn't want to make sure it wasn't stolen. We figured out which address it was, and the package wasn't there. So originally we thought that the person stole it, which is just a dirty thing to do, especially because it was clearly not theirs. It had my address on it. But a few days later, I think it was actually one day later, it was Sunday, I opened the door and there it was. So I guess they picked it up to keep it safe and then dropped it off yesterday. But the big thing is I got my package and it's got some cool stuff in it that I'm pretty excited to add to the collection. So the first thing is the Jurassic Park Classic Games Collection on the Switch. This was a limited run release. It's got 7 different classic Jurassic Park games. Jurassic Park from the Game Boy, the 8-bit Jurassic Park 16-bit, the Sega Genesis version, and the Rampage edition on Genesis, as well as Jurassic Park 2, The Chaos Continues on Game Boy and on 16-bit consoles. So classic old school Jurassic Park games all on one cart. I figured this was worth picking up for $40 brand new. And then this is a game that's kind of hard to find and has gone up in price. So Amazon had it on sale for $40, and I'm like, that's probably the best it's gonna be. So I ordered it, and that was Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince on the Switch. This is a Dragon Quest meets Pokemon type game where you catch monsters and you use them alongside your characters. Sounds very interesting. I figured I'd give it a shot. And again, this is a game that's becoming harder to find, so I figured it was worth a pickup. So that's the start of this episode. We'll see when the next part is. I know I have one other new release game coming later in the week. And then whenever those GameStop games go, or if I get enough stuff to do an episode besides those, we'll find out, I guess. But yeah, that's what's going on. I figured I'd share the stories, and hopefully we'll be able to continue this episode soon. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my living room. As you can see, slightly different view than what we're used to for this, but I'm on my lunch break and I got a package that I wanted to open up. So fun story, I placed this order like 2 weeks ago, and GameStop says they sent the package to FedEx, and then FedEx just said they were just waiting on the item. I got that message for 2 weeks straight, no movement, so I called GameStop. GameStop said, we'll put in an investigation, we'll get back to you within the next 7 to 10 days. Then they canceled my order, but this package did send. So I don't know if I'm getting charged for this or not. It might be free. I don't 100% know. But let's see what the condition is. I picked these games up a little while ago as part of the Memorial Day sale, so that tells you anything. So let's go through and see what we got. I mean, there's just a lot of packaging here. Okay, we'll start with the first game on the list. I'm not looking at them. Okay, this looks like almost brand new. That's nice. We have Assassin's Creed Mirage on the Xbox One/Series X. It's the only Assassin's Creed game I did not already own, so I figured I'd snag it, and it's complete. It's got the DLC code in it. See if that works. This one is not complete, which is kind of shocking to me. Like, why would it not be? Interesting. Well, not the greatest start there, but we have Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League on the Series X, generic case. I figured that game was new enough where I wouldn't get a generic case, but that was not the case. And another one. Oh, man. Oh, this is bad. Oh, that's disappointing, man. Spider-Man 2 on the PS5 in a PS3 case, mind you. Oh, disc only. That's bad. That's really bad. And then this was the one I was expecting to not be complete, and it is, which is funny. And that is Knights of the Old Republic 2 on the Xbox. It has the disc. It is super complete, it looks like. And the disc is a little scuffed, but not terrible. So this came complete, but Spider-Man 2 and Suicide Squad didn't? That's baffling to me. Not really sure why that happened, but them's the breaks, I guess. So yeah, there was that. I did get one more game that I want to show. There's a new release that I just picked up today, just came out today. And yes, I already have this game on Switch, but this is a updated, enhanced version, and it's out on Xbox now, so I figured I'd snag it, and that is Shin Megami Tensei 5 Elegance, Engines, I don't know what it is, on Series X. It's got a steelbook, because it's a launch edition. Yeah, figured it was worth a snag. So that are all the games that I got recently. So kind of a mixed bag when it comes to the GameStop pickups. Hopefully I got those for free, because if I didn't, that's unfortunate. All right, well, it's time for the final recap of this episode, and well, it was an interesting one, considering I had a package super delayed and then a package that was almost stolen. Yeah, it's been an episode, but let's go ahead and get to the recap. We're going to start off with GameStop, and a very hit or miss batch of games. Some were great, some not so much. We're going to start off with WWE 2K24 on the Xbox Series X. I know I mentioned this earlier in the episode, but if you don't know, Corey and I are doing a series where we play through GM mode. It's been really fun. I've played the crap out of this game since I got it. We're also actually going to be starting a spin-off of that, where we're going to do GM mode, but with 3 people, and we're adding Matt to the mix. That's called the My GM Battle Triple Threat, and that's going to be starting up very soon as well. But yeah, great game. If you like wrestling, you'll probably really like this game. It's fun. I've enjoyed it. I paid $43 and it's worth $42, so a loss of $1. Not the end of the world. Next up, probably the big surprise of the lot is Knights of the Old Republic 2 on the Xbox complete. Of all the games that I ordered in this batch, this was the one I expected not to be complete, and it's complete. Not only is it complete, it's super complete. It has the card for that you're supposed to mail in to LucasArts. So this is a very, very clean, very, very complete copy of Knights of the Old Republic 2. I ain't complaining. I paid $5, and this is worth 13 in complete form. So good score on that one. Best of putting the card away. Then we get to the disappointments, and these are pretty big disappointments. We're going to start off with Marvel Spider-Man 2 on the PS4 or PS5. Now, I did switch out the case because it's a PS5 game. It was in a PS3 case for some reason. So I had a generic black case lying around, so I put it in that because it makes more sense than a PS3 case. But yeah, it's the new Spider-Man game, but not in its box. That's really annoying, but whatever. It is what it is. I paid $43, and this one is worth 38 loose. So, bit of a loss there. Speaking of that, we also have Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League on the Xbox Series X. Another case where it's a fairly new game that came out in 2024, and it does not have a case. So that's annoying, but whatever, it is what it is. I mostly got this as a lull. I know it's not a great game, but I figured I'd give it a shot, and now I don't even have a complete copy, so that's a bummer. I paid $36, and it's worth $30 in loose condition, so the losses just keep coming with these loose games. Then, at least we wrap up the GameStop haul with a decent pickup, and that is Assassin's Creed Mirage on the Xbox Series X, complete with the DLC code, although I haven't checked the DLC code to see if it works. If it does, cool. If it doesn't, they tend to be pretty 50-50 when you get a loose game that has DLC code, whether the DLC code works. So we'll have to see. But did not have this one. It's the only Assassin's Creed game I don't have, so I figured I'd snag it for fairly cheap. This one was free because it was part of a buy two get one deal that I got from Memorial Day. That's how long it took for this to come in. And this is worth $25, so not bad. Then we're going to get to our last 3 pickups, which are all Amazon pickups, and these are all pretty good. The first one is a game I ordered a bit ago because it was available for a pretty good price, and it's kind of an uncommon game, so I figured I'd snag it, and that is Dragon Quest Monsters, the Dark Prince on the Switch. This game for a while was really hard to find. I think it's become a bit more accessible now, but it was hard to find for a while. It looks fun. It's basically Dragon Quest beats Pokemon, so I figured I'd give it a shot. This one I paid $40, and it's worth $52 in new condition, so pretty solid pickup there. This one just came out. I mostly got it because I'm a fan of the series, and I haven't played any of these games, so I figured I'd give it a shot. That is Jurassic Park, the Classic Games Collection on the Switch. This was a limited run release. It includes basically Jurassic Park on Game Boy, NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and then Jurassic Park 2 on Game Boy and Super Nintendo. So, interesting collection. I figured I'd give it a shot. Probably fun to mess around with. I paid $40, and this is worth $40 because it's a new release. And then last but certainly not least, another game that I already have, but I think it's going to play significantly better. And plus, this is following the classic Shin Megami Tensei / Persona narrative of releasing a Ultimate Edition about a year after he released the game originally that you kind of need to play because it adds a lot more stuff to it. We have Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance on the Xbox. This game, of course, was originally a Switch exclusive. Now it's out on PS5 and Xbox. Obviously, it's going to play a lot better on PS5 and Xbox, which is why I got it on Xbox. I also have the fancy Steelbook version, so it goes with my Switch Steelbook copy. Now I have Xbox Steelbook copy. Cool, good stuff. Anyway, I paid $60 for this, and it is worth $60 because it's a brand new game. That is the lot. Pretty solid amount of pickups. Disappointing lot from GameStop, but at least I got them after a long time of waiting. And then I'm glad whoever took my Switch games did return them, or they did take them, and then they did bring them back. So at least there are some good people still left in this world. But yeah, that's it. That's going to do it for this episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new around here, be sure to hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell. That way you know when new videos drop. Of course, check out the My GM Battle series that's been going on this channel for a bit. Look for Triple Threat to start soon. And then sometime through the summer, we're going to do the worst of 2023 Let's Play Bad Games series, where I'm going to play a total of 6 really terrible games, and Corey and I will be discussing how bad they are. If you want to know what those 6 games are, I might as well just go over them. They're going to be Crime Boss Rockay City, The Grey Hill Incident, Lord of the Rings Gollum, Walking Dead Destinies, Skull Island Rise of Kong, that's 5, and Wanted Dead. 6 of the worst games of 2023. All got very, very, very bad reviews, and I'm going to be playing all of them for your amusement and maybe not necessarily ours. So we'll see how it turns out, but we're going to do all 6 of those. Yeah, should be fun. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Bye-bye.